Hi everybody, this is Todd with the Forex Nitty Gritty Insiders Daily video. Hope you had a great weekend and are ready for another exciting week here in the world of Forex trading. We last week seemed to be a fairly volatile week where the market was kind of really choppy all over the place. And this week might be very similar in how it's moving. We do have quite a bit of news that's going to be coming out. Canada, there's a bank holiday going on today for Canada Day. And we do have things like the interest rate statements coming out for Australia tonight. We have obviously a bank holiday for those of us in the U.S. for Independence Day on Wednesday. We do have interest rates for the pound on Thursday and also for the euro. And last but not least, we have non-farm employment changes on Friday. So potentially a pretty volatile week when it comes to news announcements. Now, when that happens, and as we know, the volatility on top of volatility can cause even more problems. We just need to make sure that we take that into consideration as we look for opportunities to trade by keeping our risk low and our position size small. Just wanted to kind of review what's happening here. Euro dollar, we had that big, huge move up the end of last week, and we're seeing a little settling here, which is not unusual after a big move up. This is a daily chart. If we go down to the hourly chart, we can kind of see this movement that happened on Friday, and we see that it ran up, that 100 or 280 pips, and it's now pulling back. We don't know how far it's going to pull back, but again, that's not unusual to see that type of a settling. Now, some people like to use things like Fibonacci, and we can look at drawing Fibonacci on here. Let's see if I can get my lines to be a little bit darker here. There we go. Let me switch this to black so that we can see it. You can see that what happens with Fibonacci is that we look for a retracement here from its low to the high point. So we start down here and we get this big move up to right here. And then what we're trying to calculate is how far back we should see it moving. You can see it ran back to this 23.6 level here, and it actually bounced up, and then it came through there, and we ran right back down to this 38. Now, if it breaks through that, then we might anticipate seeing that 50 level tested, and something to keep an eye on. So we are sitting at a level where if it does slow down here, we might see a bounce up off of that. Pullbacks are the time, though, that we like to have, because we're really going to be looking for the opportunity to enter into a simple trading method entry. So as we blow this up, and we can see this pulling back, looking for a bounce up off of this support area. Again, this is going to be support here, and you can see that we've got a lot of price action happening back in here. As we look to enter into this, the highest high of the last three currently is right here, which is a pretty good move in order to get into this. But as things start to settle down, that's going to come down, and then we're going to look at entering into it as it gets and starts to move above the highest high of the last three. Now, when that happens, if it happens today or tomorrow or next week, we don't know. We just know that we want to start to look for those opportunities as prices retrace counter to their trend, and then look for opportunities to get into that. We can see similar types of things maybe with some of these other pairs. We really don't have a pullback on the Aussie dollar, just kind of has stayed steady. Same thing with the pound dollar. In fact, it started to move up. We had a little bit of a pullback on the US Japanese yen, where we may have entered into a trade as it began to bounce up there. Not a whole lot going on there. And on the US CAD. So keep that in mind as you look for the simple trading method rules to be set up, or the simple trading method conditions to be set up. We want to take into consideration the trend and then looking for those pullbacks so that we can find those entries. So if you have questions about that or anything else, let me know. Keep in mind the news, the volatility potential that is coming out this week, and make those adjustments to your position sizing. So with that, we'll wrap it up, and we'll be back tomorrow to take a look at how the market reacts to things. So have a fantastic rest of the day, and we'll talk to you soon.